I don't care what that dude
I
did.
don't
No
like.
kid should
I
wake up
don't
to a
like the
step
fact
stud.
that you even.
Well, I'm right back on the pills. Don't give a fuck about how I feel when I'm back off on. Yeah, when I'm back off on. 'Cause after I'll be here without you. So either way, I feel awful. Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to the Beauty and the Freak podcast. The podcast brought to you by Gas Station Dick Pills.
Wow.
I am conspiracy theorist and chronic masturbator, Eek the Freak. This is my co-host, the beautiful and talented Katie B.
Hello. I wouldn't.
And this week,
Wow.
we have our first fucking guest. If you
my
would
God.
introduce her, please, Katie B.
I was trying to, and you interrupted me. Okay. Anyways, this week we have Megan. Stop. Okay. Megan.
Megan, where to
is-
start? Where to start?
Yes. I love her. She's one of my besties.
How do you know her?
You get on my nerves.
You take long pauses.
It's okay.
You're
It's
right.
for dramatic effect.
I like
I mean,
that.
should we say how you? Well, no.
No.
Okay. How do you really know me, Katie? How did we really become close?
Some people know how, but I'm
yeah.
not real sure who all watches this.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we both do hair, and we've worked together in the past. We work together now. She lives in Florida, and she comes up like once a month, works here at Tasker's with me.
Mm-hmm.
I go down to Florida and see her
From time to time.
from time to time.
We travel together
Yes,
and
we
take classes to
Yep.
improve
Continuing-
our artistry.
Yes, continuing education. And really, like, have we traveled together, like, otherwise, besides it being work-related?
I mean, not real. I mean, you've come down to Florida and visited
Yeah, I
without
guess
it
I
being
feel-
work related, but
Yeah. I was
She
about
went
to
to
say,
New York with you?
Yeah, that was
yeah, that's
work-related,
for like work.
Yeah.
though.
Very short 2-day whirlwind
yeah.
of his
Ooh,
trip.
yeah.
I heard Kate was super prepared to get on the plane that morning. Y'all
Let's
left.
not get into that conversation. 'Cause
We were about to start this podcast, and I remember she was like, "Yeah, I have this class in the morning." And she texted me at like 5:30 a.m. I was like,
should that be a topic?
"I'm getting on the plane. I just threw up. I just threw up. I'm getting on the plane."
Do we want to talk about that?
No, we don't.
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah.
Because
Megan Bell
I'm sure we
quit-
both have. We
yeah.
almost became not
friends.
anymore.
I was about to say, Megan about quit being my
On that
friend.
trip?
Yes, over that. Yes.
I told her she didn't get on this fucking plane that I was never talking to her again.
And we've been friends for so long, and I know how she is that I 100% believed her.
And I also know you, so I get it.
So I got on the plane. I made
Good.
it.
Barely.
Barely.
The ladies at the airport were like, "Are
Barely.
y'all okay? Are you okay?" Like acting like I was the one like that wasn't okay. I'm like, I just don't travel and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Just help me get my passport, or not my passport. What
Your
the
boarding ticket. Yeah.
My
Yeah.
See, I don't even know what the fuck
See,
to call it
and-
because I don't travel.
And I do it by myself a lot. So, like, even in the state that I was in, I
Well,
was still
no-
like, yeah, we just
no,
go here.
no, you
I
were
know, I
not.
don't remember any of it, actually.
They were asking me if I was okay because I was so stressed trying to get you on the damn plane. I didn't even know what the hell was going on. They're like, "Are you okay?" They probably thought I was on something. I wasn't. I was just
They might
stressed
have-
because I didn't travel.
Anxiety
They
attack.
probably thought you were her caretaker. She's just like drooling.
She was falling on people in the line.
Ma'am, do you now boarding all special needs?
No. So,
all I remember,
go ahead.
all I remember is the plane landing, hitting the runway, and I wake up and I was like, oh my God, how did I get here?
Can I say something really quick?
Go hard.
We were going on the plane from Atlanta. We were traveling to New Jersey, and we barely made our flight. They were literally calling our names
Through the
to
airport.
board the plane, and we were running to get on this plane. Lost our boarding passes. Thank God they could look it up, but while Katie is passed out in the seat beside me.
Literally asleep?
Yeah, passed out in the seat beside me.
Did she throw up already?
Yes.
Yeah.
Several times.
Yeah, I'd heard thrown up. I was good, though. I was asleep at this point.
But let's talk about this
That's fine.
because she was passed out beside me. Oh, by the way, she wanted my window seat.
Of course.
So I gave her my...
So that I can sleep.
You sat in the middle?
Yes. So I sat in the middle, and
Great
while
friend.
she was passed out, not
Let's
having a care in the world, I was contemplating my life. Like I was in the middle seat, and I was having an anxiety attack. I was like, the plane is very jumpy. Like I feel like, I just feel like my life's about to end. I'm just sitting here. I'm like, I didn't get to talk to anybody I loved before this moment.
Spent my last hours with this drunk ass
like-
bitch in the
and it's
airport.
Katie's fault.
I was like, I'm about to die, and I had the worst 24 hours of my life.
You had flown before?
Huh?
You had flown before?
When I was 15, that was like over 10 years ago.
Okay,
Like
so
at that
I
point,
definitely needed to be the responsible one in this situation because, like, I don't know. Recently, like, I used to be scared to fly, but now, like, I'll fly by myself to go see Megan, or I'll fly to go see Sam. They're quick. I mean, it's just to Florida, so they're like
Frontier.
an hour. No, they're like an hour and a half flights, whatever. So I totally should have been like, I was cool, calm, and collected.
No, you were asleep, Kate. We've established this. You were not cool, calm, or collected.
Okay, so let's get
You had
this.
just vomited.
I was
Let's
having
give
a
this
panic attack
disclaimer,
while you were
though.
sleeping.
Let's
It's
give
fine.
this disclaimer. That's not my normal self.
No.
I don't know what, like, series of events. I do know exactly what series of events took place to get me there.
Look at this look that she just gave you.
But I was not prepared. I did not realize that was going to happen. So let's just say me and Megan came into work that morning and worked all day, and then at the last minute decided, let's not leave Dalton at 3 a.m. to go get on our flight.
Which would have been a better option at that point.
Let's go
Yes,
to Atlanta
I-
and turn
now
the
that
fuck
we look
up.
back,
I know now that the plan that we went with was not the right plan. We decided, let's leave after work and go ahead and go to Atlanta. Where therefore we get there and we're like, let's go have some drinks. And you know,
When you told me that, I thought y'all were so responsible.
And we thought that going to Atlanta that night
Hold on, I
was
got
going to give us more sleep, which resulted in absolutely no sleep at all.
But why, Katie?
I don't know.
Megan, real quick. Kate says she has no idea what series of events led up to her being
and then I
poured
said-
into the airplane.
And then I said I did.
Can you briefly describe the trip before the airport? What you guys did in Atlanta? Maybe not. Maybe not everything. Keep it. Make it legal. We don't want to talk about that one part.
It wasn't illegal. It was my normal. I worked all day and I didn't eat, and then decided
To have a couple drinks.
to have a couple of drinks.
It was to the point where it happened. She might have got roofied at some
I'm-
point
I
because it was
definitely think
me and her drank the same amount, and I was nowhere near on her level.
yeah, something
not even close.
And
Something happened to
and
her.
I kept saying that, like, something.
Was this before or after you started the weekly medication?
What?
You know that one, the medication you take once a week. I can't say that on here. Is it illegal?
No, I don't tell people about
Okay.
that one.
Yeah, never mind then.
So we're gonna cut that.
So after?
Huh? It was after.
Okay.
I mean, no, it was before. I had not started that.
Okay. So now we're back in. We uncut.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys go to Atlanta. What time you get to Atlanta?
I don't
It
know.
was
That
probably
doesn't. That doesn't matter.
10:30 or something or 11. No, it was probably like 10:30, 11.
Yeah,
are curious.
because we literally said, well, we have like a couple hours that we'll go have a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
And like, thank God I had Megan with me. And thank God, like, I knew my way around the part of Atlanta
Because
that we were
I
in.
didn't.
Even though I don't remember it. But I know at the time I was like, I got us. And I got us, through the city. Whatever. But yeah, something was really weird. I don't know. I definitely apologized. And it is not some of my best moments. And I really don't like the fact that we just put all that out there in my
Well-
drunken self. But it's funny to laugh about now, I guess.
But yeah, we can laugh about it now.
We can laugh about
It's
it now.
over. We're
I
still
made it.
friends.
Y'all are
Yes.
still friends.
I
didn't
made
get-
it to New Jersey.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Because I
it was
told
good.
Katie if she didn't get on that plane, I was never going to talk. I was like, if I have to take this trip alone, I'm never
Lessons
fucking
were
talking
learned.
to you
How
again.
serious were you? 100%?
I was yelling at her while she was drunk.
You were covered in mud.
No.
Just
No, not
contemplating.
at that
No.
point.
Yeah, I knew she was serious, and I got it together, and I got on that plane. I didn't get it together, but I got on the plane.
We can cut that.
Yeah.
That's
God.
wild.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways.
Back to reality, guys.
Okay. Anyways, let's talk about the
Lessons-
rest of our trip.
Yeah, lessons were learned on that.
After that.
Y'all went to New Jersey to go to fucking a seminar for bad bitches, basically.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, the thing about that trip, it was very short-lived.
It was very short.
It was like less than 48 hours.
But it
for
was
us.
really good. We did a lot.
One night y'all
And-
stayed up there?
2.
But
Was it 2?
it was 2 nights.
Yeah, we
but,
stayed 2 nights.
But it felt like one because we were barely on.
You guys
any
drink
sleep.
while you were up
we-
there?
No, not really. I mean, we had like a glass of wine at dinner.
we
or
only
something.
stayed one night. We
No.
got there Sunday morning and flew back Monday
yeah.
afternoon. Yeah, it was only one night.
Those are the best.
Okay, but can
It's
we
because
talk?
we got there and took a nap.
Yeah.
That's why it felt like 2.
So funny story. We got to the hotel before we could do check-in, and me and Kitty were basically on no sleep, right? Well, we couldn't check in. Our room wasn't ready, and we were begging the front desk lady, like, "Hey, can we please get in our room early? Like, we're so tired." Well, she couldn't make it happen right away, so me and Katie found a place in the hotel, and we slept on the couches away from everybody.
Yeah.
And the lady came and found us, and we were like sleeping on the couches in the hotel, like we were homeless.
Yeah. Like it's on the lobby floor of the hotel, and we find this couch and go to sleep.
It's one couch or 2 couches?
Too.
We're two
It was
couches.
it was
It
a
was a
sex
ni- it was a nice hotel.
Sectional.
yeah, it was a sectional.
It had a 90-degree.
Yeah, yeah. She was on one side, I was on the other. And people were walking by, but we are so sleep deprived at this point, like we don't care.
You've
We're-
been drunk and she's been dealing with you, so you guys are exhausted.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're delusional at that point.
I know you're mostly the responsible person whenever
I know
we do anything.
I
can't
have
imagine
to
you-
laugh about the situation now because I'm so embarrassed by it.
Well,
But again, lessons were learned.
yeah.
And yes, don't be two girls and go out in Atlanta by yourself.
I think that's like
Absolutely
a
not.
baseline
I really
That's my first
Something-
time out in Atlanta, by
yeah,
the way.
but
I've never been.
something really was like off about that situation. Anyways, though,
But can we talk about something really quick?
what?
Go hard.
Okay, so the lady found us. We finally got in her room.
Yes.
We took a 4-hour nap or whatever, and then
4 hours on those couches?
No, we got into our room.
Okay.
You're not
I was-
listening.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep up, man. I'm right here with
I know.
y'all.
She said
Okay.
we got in our room and took a 4-hour nap.
Okay.
Okay.
You got 2 of us now.
Yes, a
against
lot.
one.
I'm trying.
Get
yeah,
ready.
I'm
Okay,
wrong.
but let me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go
so,
ahead.
So we do that. It's still pretty early when we got there, right?
Yeah, we landed in Newark at wasn't it like 9:30 in the morning?
Yeah, it was still early.
Yeah, because our flight was very early. That's
Well,
yeah.
That was responsible.
So I had a whole itinerary planned because I'm a planner. I wanted to go to certain places.
I envy
Well,
that.
We only went to one of those places, which is fine. It's totally fine.
Which was the hotel?
We were happy. We went to a bougie Starbucks,
We did.
Okay.
and they messed up my coffee, but they upcharged me,
Yeah.
On
No,
the
both
coffee.
of our because we got the same thing.
and
that
they messed
matcha.
it up.
Yeah. It
That's
was
big
ter-
Starbucks energy. Sorry we messed your order up. We're
What?
going to upcharge you to fix it.
Yeah.
$12 for a coffee, but we're gonna fuck up it.
And we thought like it was
fuck
gonna.
all up.
Yeah, we thought it was gonna be the greatest thing because it was in the what was it called? This is literally like
Excuse
the
me.
Target.
It was near Chelsea Market.
Yeah.
And
But it's like the
the
Target of
Meatpacking District.
yes, it's like the Target of Starbucks.
For $12, that coffee
like
has
it's
to be able to give
it's
me
a
head.
Starbucks superstore.
It looked like you went
Supermarket.
into a 5-star hotel, but Starbucks.
What could they possibly have in there that isn't just a bean grinder and a
They had
water
a full
machine?
bar.
Oh my god, I have videos of it.
Yeah, they had a full bar.
Yeah.
We might
They
include
had
one.
several bars in there. They
Yeah.
had bars on
I
every
have,
floor.
I have videos too. We can
Was it
we
one
can
story?
pop them. No, it was like 3 or 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're victims of consumer
We didn't even
capitalism.
know how to get soap out of the bathroom. It was so fancy.
It took us 10 minutes to find the bathroom.
That's some Murray County ass bitch
Yeah,
shit.
like, and it was co-ed.
Were y'all just like
which
waving,
is-
doing the wave in
We're
front
like-
of it?
Which,
Yeah.
like, I've been in a co-ed bathroom before, but this one was different. Like, it had a whole, like, security guard that,
Co-ed
like,
bathroom?
yeah,
Like
but
for the trans?
No.
Oh, just
I mean,
It's
for
just
everybody.
co-ed. It's for everybody.
okay.
For me, you, and us.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Every
then-
time I
anyways.
take my daughter to the bathroom, I think, man, I hope there's a big guy in here.
Ew.
No,
Right,
he
that's what I
wasn't.
think
He
when I
wasn't.
think
He
co-ed
wasn't a
bathrooms.
big guy. He was.
No, he was literally
There was
like
a guy.
that was his job.
The attendant.
that yes, somebody would come out of one of the stalls, and they weren't even stalls. They were like individual little rooms.
Gives you
too.
soap.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
And
I-
paper towels. And so and he would show he'd be like, you, this one, you, this one.
Oh,
Like, you couldn't
Actually-
even choose.
I couldn't find the fucking paper towels. He didn't hand me a paper towel.
Yeah, he didn't me either. I walked out with wet hands. Like, yeah. There was a line. I felt like people were judging me. I didn't know what I was doing.
for an odd dynamic, real quick, I'm gonna go pee. Y'all talk for a sec, and we just won't cut this. Normally we cut pee breaks, but y'all are here, so we can do this.
That also puts us on the spot, though.
Yeah, but I'd been chilling the whole time anyway. Y'all are good. Y'all are good.
Okay,
And-
why didn't
well-
you pee before we started?
I did. I've drank a lot of beers. You've
Okay.
literally been
Okay.
there.
It's
Oh, that
fine.
sounded aggressive. I'm
It
not that
did.
upset. I'm
Why?
not. Okay,
Welcome
but
back.
the real loose end that we left not answered was how you guys became friends and like what was going on in
You
that
were,
very
I know,
early-
you were really hitting on that.
Yeah, and I just think that there's a curiosity probably peaked within the viewers at home that they would
There
just want to
definitely
know.
is.
So
Wait, you changed the code word on our piece of paper. We had a safe word for if this is content we shouldn't talk about. And originally it was chocolate cake, but you've written down mustache. And I feel like that's going to be too vague for me to notice. So I need you to now say mustache or chocolate cake if you don't want to tell the story.
I'll just say I don't
probably
want to tell it.
chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake mustache. Okay, perfect.
Um,
Okay, so I got this.
we were
Megan.
gonna wrap up New York.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
We got a whole
go,
plan.
Go hard.
Don't come in here like you're the boss.
The star of the show is back. Kate.
Yeah, no, you wrote on yourself.
Wow, I don't call you out for your shortcomings. I'm not good with my pen control.
So,
I'm kidding. We have a plan.
She's not kidding. I literally wrote on
Welcome-
myself, and you guys can see it.
Welcome back and listen to the rest of our
yeah.
New York trip.
real quick, because we never really got a chance to discuss it.
You're at Starbucks now.
No, okay, we're over Starbucks. We're
Okay.
over the bougie Starbucks, and literally when we actually
Okay. So, me and Megan have like 5 hours that we want to travel into the city, into New York City. It's like a 40-minute drive one way. So we're like, okay, let's make the best of this. We go in, we find this food market, we get food, whatever. So we're like, okay, well, let's just walk. Like, you know, we know that we're not really going to hit like the big, like touristy places that we wanted to hit.
Times Square.
No,
we did go to
we
Times
did.
Square.
Hard.
At the very end. Yep.
Yes, that was one that we made a point of, and I
Essential.
was so glad that we went at nighttime because of all the lights. It was
The street dancers and
it
everything.
was awesome.
What
It was
month?
awesome.
March?
March.
Yeah, the middle
Yeah.
of March. But anyway, so yeah, we went and got food, and then just decided that we were gonna.
All
walk.
we did was eat.
We did. That's all we did.
Y'all got street side glizzies? What'd y'all get?
No, we got some. Can we talk about the little Italian place we went into, like
Yes.
before we went back home? We got some
Yes.
pizza,
Giorgio's.
and they're like, Bella's, Bella.
Oh, beautiful lady.
Yeah,
yes,
that's
they're
that's
hyping us
exactly.
up. Like, I was like, yeah, y'all need to stop it.
Did y'all know at the time what it was?
And we were literally like
No, we're just
walking by the
walking.
store, and they're like,
Bellas, Bellas.
You
They
know,
were telling us to
and-
come in.
yeah,
They were
Have a
like, you know what?
lasagna.
and we totally fell for it.
Yeah.
and went in and bought sweets.
Oh,
And-
us? Bellas? Okay, we're coming.
Yeah, poor guy. He was like, y'all live here? And we're like, no.
Yeah.
Clearly, we don't live here, sir.
As soon as I opened my
Clearly.
mouth. So let's take it back to, well, we're not at the class yet, but that during the class, I was afraid to talk. Like,
Oh.
people would ask us questions, and I'd just let Megan answer them. Because I knew as soon as I opened my mouth, they were going to be like, and where are you from? And then I was going to have to explain it.
Okay. Yeah, okay, are we jumping to the
No,
class?
go
or are
back to
we
New
jumping-
York. We'll continue with the timeline.
Y'all went to
Okay.
Times
New
Square right
York,
before you left?
New York City.
So going to the bougie Starbucks because we're like, we need coffee after our big O lunch. We need caffeine to walk around because we're on no sleep at that point. Katie tries to walk into the road and almost gets hit,
No
almost
fault.
gets hit by a car
Yes.
because they don't give a fuck down there. They
No.
don't care.
And her awareness level isn't as high as it's ever
No,
been
so
at this
I'm
point.
like pulling her back so she don't get hit.
It was
you.
one of those quick like, all right, go. Oh wait.
People in New York are really
And pull back.
inconsiderate. They will
Oh,
not stop. They will
oh.
hit you and keep driving.
Yes.
I almost got hit by a bicycle.
Yeah.
They don't care.
And then
I was
this,
like this close.
and then remember that really tall man that like shoulder checked me in Times Square?
Oh yeah.
Turned around and said, "What?
I did because that's you know me.
We ain't gonna tell the
And
pub
he's
story."
not
but
gonna
yeah.
look back because he's from New
And-
York and he's just gonna keep
right.
on fucking
It was
walking.
just it was
He's a
normal.
dickhead.
Yes.
And so like me, I immediately am like, well, excuse you, and then I realized like, oh wait, like
He
let-
doesn't care.
Yeah, and let's
He's
and,
gone already.
and let's not do this here. So then I was just like, oh my god, like,
People are so rude in New York. It's just like a whole different world
Yeah.
out there.
it was a whole different.
I went through
world.
Grand Central Station once. I was going to Connecticut, and they were moving so fast, walking in every direction. My friend Joe's from Connecticut. He was like, "Bro, if you don't speed up, like these people are literally going to eat you alive."
Yeah.
I was like, "Bro, can they
Yeah.
not just be considerate?" He was like,
No.
"No, they don't give a fuck about you, idiot." He was like, "Walk fast."
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh, sorry, dude."
No, they're not nice up there. Me and Katie were shopping and some lady just like what? She was giving us a death stare walking down the aisle we were walking down. You remember that
Yeah.
lady? Like, I'm like,
Which
girl.
store were we in?
I was like, you don't know us.
I know that you have to check yourself, like, because down here, people aren't just like normally mean. Like, if they're mean like that, like they have a they have a problem, and so then you just address the problem and you like
But
have words back and forth
there
or
it's
whatever.
normal.
And up there, yeah, and so like then. I'm like, we're checking ourselves. Like, wait a minute, just don't say nothing. This is
Yeah.
normal.
It's because down here there's not as high population density, so people still have individual identity. Up there, everybody's just another body,
Right.
just another hot person. Not
But
hot, but like,
also, I really want to go
warm body.
back.
no,
Like,
New York
I-
is fun.
I really want to go back.
I don't know.
I'm not a big fan. I hate when people hate on Murray County and Dalton. They're like, "This shit sucks. I would rather be anywhere else." It's like, yeah, you only
Then
think that because
go.
you've never been anywhere else.
Yeah, but go somewhere else. Go.
They would hate. They would hate it.
Yeah.
Except the people who just like sit in their apartment all day and like play Xbox. That's the same anywhere you go in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, it absolutely
the simple,
is.
the simps of the world.
Everybody in New York, remember me like obsessing over the fact that everybody was so tall?
Oh, all these men were walking around looking like GQ models.
Yeah.
Like,
New York is a town of beautiful
dress,
people.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
it
Yeah.
was. I
They
was
dress like the cover of a magazine or something. I'm like, they're so well dressed
Same.
here.
like we were literally sitting
Same.
there eating in this market, and like one after another, people would walk by
Just
and me.
beautiful
Models.
humans.
Yes, tall, beautiful people.
Dark and all looking like Rob.
And
Wait, hold on. We'll cut that. We'll cut
Love-
that.
Like Rob and
I'm not
Brandon.
gay. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I like girls. I like girls. I like girls. I like girls.
they're beautiful people.
My God, and those short shorts he
Gorgeous.
wears. Let's
was
be
like-
for real, dude. Like he does
That's
only
your
legs.
thing with your short shorts.
Not me. No, I like girls.
No, I mean, but you wear short shorts. So
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
So you
yeah,
recognize
yeah.
a
Good
good
thigh.
fellow short
Yes.
person.
Uh huh.
But yeah,
Moving right along.
people in New York are. I was like,
I love you, Rob.
this is this is so intimidating.
Well, yeah, I told Katie, I was like, I couldn't live here. And she's like, why? I was like, I'm too short.
Yeah,
You also in
same.
New York, you see random motherfuckers who you would be unassuming of here who make $300,000 a year, and they're just like living in a loft apartment and walking on the street with people. New York is weird like that.
yeah.
There's a lot of people doing stuff. There's not a lot of like you can't live there. Like basic one room apartment rent is $2,200 a month.
Yeah,
you gotta
like
be
there's
doing
no.
something.
But like in places like that, like there's no telling who we like walked
Exactly.
by
Exactly.
and have no idea, or whatever. But it was cool. It was probably, or it was like the coolest experience, like travel to a hair class that I've done.
But so expensive. I mean, we spent most of our money on Ubers.
Oh yeah, it was so expensive.
Because we
Uber
were
is
too
sick.
scared to
But
take the train.
That was one thing too. Is like so the next day
Don't
on
take the
Monday we
subway.
went
The subway.
We had our class that we went up there for.
Just an Instagram influencer,
In the hair world.
In the hair world, she is
Yeah.
very,
influential.
Yes,
yeah.
very much.
Yeah.
And young.
Social
So
media
young.
is such
Yeah.
a
It was, so
fucking
she's like
weapon.
23, maybe.
Yeah, 23,
maybe.
Yeah, 23, 24, I think.
And she's a boss. I mean, yeah.
Like I was sitting there just like at the way that she has structured her business and then the fact of like what her age is, and she'd only been doing hair
Probably a few years.
Her business is y'all though, right?
3-4 years.
Like her business, more so than making money off hair, is putting asses in seats
No.
for seminars.
Oh
No.
no. She's booked out for a year.
I don't want to ask how much the seminar was, but I am curious.
Actually, she could have charged more because of
Yeah.
her status in the hair world.
I like that.
Yeah, like this, the reason that like we went to New Jersey was like the class itself wasn't as expensive as what we have paid for. I've paid $1,000 to go to Little Rock, Arkansas.
You went
for
there?
a class. Yeah, for a class. I've
And-
paid for that, and then this one
Was way better.
was
Right.
way better.
What did you take what class have you took the most from? That's a good question.
It was
That
actually
one
that
so
one.
far.
Really?
And it was the cheapest one we've been
And the
to.
shortest. It was
and
only
the
4
shortest.
hours.
What'd she say? Be big on social media.
I mean, that was part of it, but no, it was just.
Feels like a huge part of any industry now.
Specialize.
Oh, it is. It's definitely
Specialize.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge part
If
of
you're
the
gonna do
industry
pixies,
now.
be the best at pixies.
Yeah, I don't do those.
Yeah, I don't either.
Eileen did a pixie today. Shout out
She
her.
did and rocked it.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I told her.
I don't
was
fuck
like,
with
good.
pixies.
Yeah,
What's
I don't
what's
either.
the issue with pixies? All the women are
They're
lesbians.
hard. They're hard.
They are though.
They're hard to do.
Yeah,
honestly.
it is a specialty.
That's the
for
classic
sure.
Karen haircut, by the way. I don't know if
No,
y'all are
it's
familiar with the meme.
Not pixies.
No, it's not.
Long in the front and then
That's not
tapered
a
up in the back
pixie.
and shagged.
That's not a pixie.
You're talking about the stacked bob.
Yeah, that's not a pixie.
Stacked Bob. Shout out Stacked Bob.
No offense to the stacked bob,
We
ladies.
don't think y'all are Karens, and we know that none of y'all are watching right now, so fuck Stacked Bobs.
Oh my god.
And this opinion does not reflect any of the opinions of Taskers.
I don't think
Barbara
any
Salon.
Karens would watch this anyway.
They don't.
wouldn't.
No.
They wouldn't. So we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, specialize, and that's what this girl does. She literally
Only does
This-
one type of hair
Yes.
color.
What is it?
A lived-in balayage, but it's her technique.
Is that a color? What's a lived-in balayage? That sounds like a house on the beach of Kauai or something.
It sounds beautiful, doesn't it?
It sounds like an Airbnb. A beautiful lived-in balayage.
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 It's essentially a low-maintenance color that has been very popular over the years, even before it got popular.
What is it on the scale, 1 to 10?
10.
It's a 10. It's a blind. It's
all
a
I
light
want.
blind.
Oh, no, not the color scale. Not
Oh,
the color
I'm
scale.
asking color theory, guys. I'm a hairdresser
no,
now.
you can have a lived-in balayage.
At any level.
Yeah, on the whole
So
spectrum.
what makes it a balayage?
Low maintenance.
Okay, but low
low
maintenance is like
maintenance.
and the highs and lows. the
Okay, so
definition
what Katie
of it.
has right now.
Yeah, the lows and highs and like the definition of the colors. like,
Dimension,
yeah,
low
yeah,
maintenance.
Yes.
what does low maintenance mean? You don't have to use lightning shampoo?
That means you don't have
No,
to
you
get it
don't
done
have
as
to-
much.
Yeah, you don't have to get your roots done as much.
Your roots grow slower with this
You have
haircut.
a shadow root, so your roots blended.
Shadow root. Oh, you guys are so advanced. If you guys at home are wanting your hair did, 100 West Walnut Avenue, Suite 114, Taskers Barber and Salon. You come on down and see us. And when I say us, I mean mostly Kate, but also Megan. Once a month.
And anybody here.
And
But-
Eileen.
Once every 8 weeks, I will take new clients if
Yes.
it's lived-in balayage.
Yeah, so did I say that earlier? Megan lives in Florida, but she comes up once a month and works here.
We
with
breezed
me.
over it.
And we love it. We did breeze over it. We got really quick into
And this ain't
It's
just
okay,
for
y'all.
girls.
New York
If you're a
trip.
boy, look at these fucking eyebrows. You think I did this by myself? Hell no. Shout out Eileen.
Your glasses are covering them.
Shout out Eileen for the eyebrows, honestly. Shout out Franco for the smooth fade.
Yeah.
Taskers Barber and Salon, 100 West Walnut Avenue, Suite 114. Come down and see us.
Shout out Katie for my beautiful platinum blonde hair.
yes.
Yeah, the balayage.
No, that's
No,
not. That's not it.
You didn't do the built-in root?
The built-in.
Well, no, that's just grow out, but
Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, I like that. I'm a big fan of, not that you are this, but trailer trash. And so they typically have a 2-inch root standard issue when they get their hair done the day
That's
after
not the
2-inch root.
same.
That's
Like
an
that-
eighth of an inch.
I'm
I'm-
about to tackle
no.
you.
Yeah, that is not the same. That is an unintentional root grown out from your box style lightener that's not toned. It's,
I love it.
Do I need to take my headphones off and like give y'all
No.
a show of my hair real quick?
I
Because
wish you
it's
would.
not.
I wish you would.
No,
let's see the balayage.
But when you, it's not, hers is not that.
I don't know
We
what
already
it
told you
is.
this. But then you have an intentional shadow root, and those are intentional, and they're not trashy looking.
What's that mean? Shadow
They're
root.
blended. You don't have
It's
this
more
harsh
blended.
line. Like it's a blend.
So it gets darker as you get close to the scalp,
Yes.
and that's a balayage.
No.
I just want to know what it is, and nobody will
Okay.
tell
We're
me.
gonna have to cut.
I know.
Cut.
I know.
I'm not cutting this. This is beautiful.
Like no, because we're not going to get anywhere with it because we would literally have to break it down like
Step by step by
step
step.
by step.
It's like years of
it
education
doesn't have
going
a
into like
definition?
one conversation.
No, it does have it, but like she said, it is years and years of education and understanding it, and like we are not going to explain it to you right this second. Like you got the theory, you got the color theory the other day, and I was very, very impressed when you recited it back to me. But that is just the beginning of like what we're talking about.
Of course, there's just a lot
Like,
of jargon
me-
I wish I knew, and that's
But,
like
like-
a nice French word.
Okay, I don't know.
I made that up.
I don't know what you
balayage
said.
is from the French. Like the French
Yeah.
started doing it
So-
before anybody.
So what a balayage actually is, people have it misconstrued now.
There's
A balayage is actually the technique of how to apply the color.
It's
It
hand
is-
painting.
It is hand painting. You are free painting the hair. That is an actual balayage. Now in the industry and with the population of like the look of it, it is now
Foliage.
The look has
Foliage?
it's done with fulls.
Foliage.
Like when we say this lived in balayage, we do it with fulls. But it's because the word balayage has now turned into a look
Okay.
instead of like
of a technique.
yes, but originally balayage is a technique of how to apply the color. It's hand painted.
with the wrist, I think.
Yes, it like
I made that up.
I mean, but yeah, you have to. It's a technique.
I've seen
Yeah.
the foil
It's a
technique.
te-
I know.
It's a technique.
No foil?
No, originally no, but we're saying now the way that it has
It's-
grown and people have found new ways and stuff. Like, yeah, we fool.
Perfect.
Just because we have more control in a foil and the lift is higher in a foil.
Yeah.
Because you can isolate individual strands.
Yeah.
Yes. And like the original balayage too is
Balayage.
Hair
It was
by
a-
hair by eat coming soon.
yeah, it was originated from like the natural look of like what the sun does to your hair.
Ah.
So it's very like it's subtle. It's like that natural lighting where like you have naturally around the face and the ends and like whatever like the sun would do. Like like little girls' hair when they have natural highlights. That is what a balayage originated from.
Yeah.
But now like we've stretched it so far into a look instead of a technique.
There's different techniques to lead to the look.
Yep.
Exactly.
You know, I bet this came into fashion probably in the early 1900s, if I was guessing, because previously to that, early 1900s, pale skin was in style. Everybody wanted to be pale. Even rich women would carry like umbrellas when they went outside. But
Well, you had to be pale to be rich.
that's exactly
And
it.
people with red hair were considered the richest. People with black hair were considered the poorest.
Wow,
Yeah,
I did
so
not know that. Look at you, Megan.
After the advent of airplanes, now rich people could go to Europe on the beach for the summer and they got tanned. Before that, rich people stayed inside where it was cool if you were rich, not if you were poor. Inside was hot if you were poor. But it became fashionable to be
it's
tan
flop.
because you were outside, and rich people could go to foreign beaches and have these experiences. So in the same way that being fat was like a regal or like royal thing 300 years before that, now it's like, you know, everybody's fat. So how do we distinguish that we're rich? We're tan. And we're rich, because if you're poor and tan, that just means you work outside, and that's not impressive at all. I'm poor and tan.
You're not
You're not
tan.
tan.
You're not tan.
I tried it, y'all. I was gonna hit the color grade on myself right here, trying to
Baby,
make it
you
a
got
little
some
darker.
red hair.
Red?
Well, you got
It's you got
strawberry
some,
blonde.
You got some golden in
Call me
there.
a ginger.
you got
You know, I wouldn't call you a
okay.
ginger.
You got strawberry blonde hair, and you're
Oh, that-
pale. So technically, back in the day, you would have been rich.
Oh,
You would have been high class royalty.
I can't imagine me being high class in any society. I can't imagine me
neither.
being tan, and it has been the times where I worked for $10 an hour before taxes. And that's not a good look for me, guys. That 19th century early
No,
rich look.
you told me about your job at we don't have to say the place, but where you had to stand in the same place
Q
for 12
cells.
hours.
Fuck y'all Korean bastards, dude. That job
Oh my
sucks.
god, you can't say that.
I can say anything I want. I edit this shit.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hey, so all people, we know this, right? People, would you say a person is either masculine? Would you say a person is feminine? Or do you think that all people probably rest within some spectrum where they're like 45 masc, 65 femme? Y'all think that is probably accurate?
It's absolutely a spectrum.
Can
you
I
think-
chime in?
Go hard.
Okay. I think it depends on.
You're gonna say what?
Okay. Okay. So
Exactly
I
right.
think it depends on who you're around. I when
And
it comes.
also your time in your life. Like you can go through different stages and seasons of like ups and downs and relationships and stuff, and
sure.
that's definitely gonna affect it.
So when you say it depends on the people you're around, like you mean, okay, so right now we'll say if there's only masculine and feminine, which there might be more, I don't know, you would give yourself some, like a 50-50 or a 60-40 or a 40-60. So that would change based off who you're around. You would be more masculine or feminine?
Okay, I'll give you an example. So, me personally, I feel like I'm a very independent woman, and I've had to be in my masculine energy for a long time.
We know this podcast supports strong and independent women. I hate them.
So usually I am super independent, masculine. I met the person I'm with now, and
Because you
I
had to be because you were
yes,
like single and
yes,
a mom.
Hard to be single and feminine.
Yeah, it's hard to be single
At times.
and a working woman and a single mom and be in your feminine energy because you're constantly feeling like you have to
Provide.
Yeah, exactly. Provide. You can't. You have no chill.
Thanks, Susan B. Anthony.
So I feel like it takes the right person to put you back into that feminine energy. Like
You like it better? Do you feel like you're more you when you're in that? Like,
I feel happier. I feel safer. I'm with my person now, and I can say for the first time in my life that I feel the most feminine I have ever felt.
shout out him.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that too, though. I feel the same, like masculine, feminine switch.
I'm like, I don't know that I know what that feels like.
It's
like thinking about that, I'm like, wow, that's a statement.
Okay, she
For
says this,
sure.
but Kate is probably one of the most feminine women I ever met, and this is like a real talk, truth thing. They've waved.
can't
People are
call
watching
me-
these. This is not a call out. People have watched the other episodes. You're hitting the hair real quick. You got the war paint on. Shout out Cole Hilton.
Oh my
what?
God.
He pretended to not recognize her yesterday because she didn't have makeup on. He did it as a flex.
Who
Okay,
the fuck is that?
So
Like who?
so
He gave us those hats.
so why if I told you that I like to check my hair?
Because you're narcissistic.
No.
You said that.
No, I did not. I said
Oh,
it's
I
because
said
of what
that.
I do for a living. Like,
Oh, yes.
I am a walking billboard. Like, yes,
true.
like I can be very confident and stuff, but also like I'm gonna make sure that like certain things are
Together.
on point. Yeah,
Because they're looking at you.
yeah. So don't call me out about fixing my hair.
Do you feel like people are looking at me also and they think like, why does his hair look like hay? He works with Kate. Just curious. I don't know.
I think we've distinguished this.
Not to these folks, we haven't.
Yes, we
We
have.
thought about it in private.
All right, Megan. Your feminine energy.
Megan,
Hush.
yes. God
Quit
damn
talking
it.
about yourself. Damn.
That's my favorite person.
I know. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So feminine energy.
Feminine.
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 That's what I
Feminine?
meant.
Feminine. So you feel like you have now, because of who you're with and the energy that he gives towards you, you have been able to fall back in and find your feminine energy, which is so true. Like that's how it works.
Yeah, and I never actually thought it was possible.
Yeah.
Like I thought I was the way I was because
Yeah.
I've had to been that way for like
Well,
so
like
long.
I said,
you know
like,
what I mean?
can't imagine what that feels like.
Yeah.
Like I don't know that I've ever had that.
Well, I didn't think I could have that.
Mm-hmm.
So it really does depend on the person.
You would say he's a masculine guy?
Oh yeah, for sure. He's a provider, a leader, masculine,
Like steak and whole milk?
Yes, yeah, very much like if we go out to eat, steak and potatoes guy.
Let's go. I like this guy a lot.
Yeah.
It's a guy to play fantasy football with.
Yes, he would be a good one for that. But no, I'm like the happiest I've ever been. the most like secure I've ever been. Like,
We have a small sample size here. You said like you have felt masculine energy before, like you have had to be masculine as a necessity.
oh, pretty much all my life since like I was like 18 years
So
old.
that's pretty new, right? So that must mean if you guys are saying that it depends on the people you're around, that it is reflective of like the world having less masculine energy in it now than before, which I think, yes.
That's what I was gonna say. I
Yeah.
feel like even this topic probably wasn't a topic 20, 30 years ago. Because of like just the way society was, and like we have like gotten past that and stuff, which I think like there's good and bad to that. Maybe that's not the right word
Should we
for
have
it.
gotten past
No, hold on. That's not the right words. But I think like as society we have changed, and it's okay to, even as a man, it's okay sometimes to, you know, have a little bit of feminine energy, and vice versa.
We've
Like
talked
with a
about it. I
woman.
went to the second knuckle. I've had that on me.
And with a woman, I think with women, like we do fall into our masculine energy when we are like forced to. But naturally, as women, and I'm such a independent feminist. No, I wouldn't throw myself like fully into a feminist category, but to some aspects, yes. Woman, but we were made to do certain things,
Cook.
and when a man can give you that masculine energy, you will naturally fall back into your feminine
And you
energy.
want to do those
and
things.
you want to do it. And
What is
let
masculine
me
energy?
let me take it a little bit further. It
I
is
can-
Pride Month. It doesn't even have to be a man. It can be whoever your partner is. You definitely can have roles. You can reverse those roles within whatever situation or setting you're in.
We mean studs.
But I love when like you were trying so hard
I'm just trying to.
on your like
Guys, I'm almost out of wine.
on your queer like vocabulary, and
That's a
learn-
politically
and learn-
correct term now.
and-
Shout out queers.
and learning the
Nomenclature, vocabulary.
Don't get 'em started.
politically correct terms. Anyways, though,
Queer was a cuss word.
I'm like,
when I
let
was little.
me get to my point of my rant here.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I'm like, you're gonna make me lose it now. My point is you have ups and downs and like of your feminine and masculine energy, and I think more people need to talk about it and realize it and understand where they're at. And relationships would be so much better. Like what you're experiencing right now, Megan. Like you didn't think that you could ever have that, but you found your person, and y'all work, and y'all are good, and y'all have y'all's roles in the relationship without it being toxic or old school, because I'm so not about an old school relationship. Like
no.
we talked about before we recorded, me and you like to work. You know, like we're
Oh,
not
yeah, I
we're
love
not
working.
gonna be stay at home moms or stay at home wives. Like we like to work, but that doesn't mean that we can't.
We can't also be feminine and like
Right. Like you still can have roles, and like I said, depending on the situation, those roles, you know, they can go up and down.
yeah. I feel like it depends on each relationship, and that's like a conversation you need to have with your person. You know,
Some people don't think that it's
Is what
masculine
is-
and feminine, that there's a
Is
spectrum.
what's
though.
gonna work between y'all two.
Some
Well-
people disagree with the spectrum.
and I used to.
I did too.
And I used to before I got in the relationship I'm in now. I used to think like, you know what, like everything's 50-50.
This is how I am. That's a masculine way to look at it, though, that everything's 50-50.
But now, you know, I don't feel that way because someone's provided me that safe space to be like, okay, you don't have to do that.
And one
you-
is not better than the other. It's like feminine energy brings something to the table that masculine energy could never,
It's
and
a
vice
balance.
versa. Yeah, it
is
has
a
to be.
It is.
balance. And that's why I said too, like it doesn't even have to be like a man and a woman
No.
dynamic. It can be two men or two women.
Agree.
Like whichever it may be, but the energy to make this relationship work in whatever aspect, like you have to have that balance of the two naturally as the human species.
So from masculine
That's how
and
it
feminine,
works.
if one person is 60%, 40% masculine, feminine, the other is 40-60, I feel like that works.
Of the opposite.
If one
yeah.
is 90-10, 10-90, I feel like that works.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Okay, so let's bring families and kids into the situation.
Get stickier now.
With the yes, it gets stickier, right?
Okay.
Okay, so what about 50-50? If people are 50-50, right?
Yes.
You have
Hypothetically.
kids. So is the woman supposed to, and I'm not just, I'm not ganging up on men. I don't want it to sound like this. So I'm just
Don't
throwing
worry, I'll
this out.
check you.
You can
As
check
an
me.
example.
It's fine. Okay, so 50-50. The man works, the woman works, but you have kids involved.
50-50.
What happens at home at the end of the
50-50.
day?
Here's the tough thing, though, is the feminine nurturer energy wants to take care of those kids. It wants to watch these kids. It wants to do this. The masculine energy is, I don't think, as predisposed to the types of nurture, not like not teaching or stuff like that.
But
It's
no,
not
that's
as
not
good
where
for
it comes
that.
in.
No, I think, and this may be what you're talking about. It's not it's not the 50-50 on who's going to take care of the kid. There are men out there that are way more nurturing than women, and that's perfectly fine.
Be baby and my little girl.
It's not the who's taking care of the kid. If one is doing house chores and cooking and whatever, while the other one is taking care of the kid, that's 50-50. Y'all are separating duties, and one's doing this one and one's doing that one, so that you can come together at the end of the night and both be done, and you can relax and whatever. And it's okay if the man is the one doing the homework and giving the kid a bath and getting the kid ready for bed, while the woman, I mean, hell, she could be still like in her office working. Yeah, fuck yeah, whatever. But then like take care of dinner. And and then come in and be like, all right, whatever the situation may be. That's where I feel like the 50-50 can come in, and some people have that misconstrued on
if y'all both work, and then one person comes home and does all the other stuff too while working.
Unfair as fuck.
Yeah.
But here's my thing though, is that masculine energy and female energy or feminine energy are different. Like I can only judge by my own brain, and then based off what I ask other people. The feminine energy I like summarize as nurturing, and the masculine energy I like summarize as like protector or provider. And those,
like leading, and
which naturally is the way that it is. Women are caretakers and reproduce.
Because
we make a home
You
and
breastfeed though.
Yeah, I mean, like we give life.
That's where the nurturer part comes in.
And then the male, originally, like as humans or in any species.
Exactly. That's important. Important.
Lions, the females hunt. But yes, like the caretaker and whatever, like that is like, naturally the way that it's supposed to, or like we were made, I guess.
But what I'm getting at is that feminine energy is that more nurturing side, because women throughout history, the breastfeeding part is a very nurturing act, and men have
but what about the women
never done that.
But what about the women who can't do that?
Their kids died.
No.
Yeah, they did. Formula got invented 90 years ago. Before that, your kid died. You had a wet nurse.
Yeah, if you couldn't produce
yes,
enough
I mean,
milk.
like now.
Oh, okay. So not the 7,000 years of recorded history
No,
before that.
I'm
just
talking
right now.
about now.
Okay.
Like if women can't
because
do
masculine
that.
and feminine energy wouldn't have even been a discussion back then.
No, because
Yeah.
if you didn't do it like that, you would have died.
Yeah, but we're talking about now.
Okay. Yeah, I understand that.
But yes, like that is originally how it, came about. But I think
Why is it like that? Is it
Why is
because
what
it
like
works
what?
best?
Society.
When women lean into their role, like traditional gender role, which is not like a
but
universal
see, this
thing,
is where like I have like
or men lean into their traditional gender role.
I have a scale of it.
If you have a relationship where the man is the provider and the protector and the woman is the nurturer, does that work better than when it is the inverse and the woman is the provider and protector and the man is the nurturer? Yes.
Well, then
I don't think so.
What about when there's a war and
I
700
disagree.
when
Well,
1,000 of me fight 1,000 of you in the war, which is what determines how culture actually unfolds? The ones with the strongest, physically strongest, the better problem solvers are in the war, then you win, and the other people just simply die. So I think that things are the way they are, because if they're not this way, You cannot exist for a long time. In cultures where we have examples in history of matriarchal cultures, like the Indus Valley civilization, where women were like the head of household, and it was a peaceful. It's the only civilization in recorded history where no artifacts of war have been found in the excavations. They had no war because women ruled the society.
I was gonna say,
But what happened when they ran into the
household.
first patriarchal society where men and warmongering was common and embraced? What happened to the Indus Valley civilization? Dust. They were killed in one day because they had no artifacts of war. They had no arrows. They had no horses. They had nothing.
Yeah, because they didn't need war because it worked because the women were head of
But
household.
it didn't work because one patriarchal society who was like 1,000 years ancient to them in technology came and killed them in one day. So it actually does work better. I think the reason gender roles
But
exist
that was then,
is,
not now. That's our point.
yeah, America has the fastest deflating GDP in the world.
But like that was then, and that's fine. But like where we have come now with culture and the way that we have evolved as humans, like I still agree, there is definitely roles for your masculine energy and your feminine energy. But in my opinion, like it can come from each
I agree.
partner
I agree.
in different ways. But there is a balance to a healthy relationship if you can equally have both.
But I feel like I could never be as nurturing
but
as
I'm
a
saying
nurturing
like
woman.
our points of all this is in today's time.
Today's time.
What'd you say about a nurturing woman?
I could never be as nurturing. Like when I put my effort towards it.
But
when
if
I'm-
you had to be, if you were put in the position to where you had to be,
when I watch my
Yeah.
little
I
girl
feel like you could.
overnight,
Because what are all these women doing?
you're giving
as a-
pussy up to anybody, and I'm tired of it.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's not what
I'm talking about these single moms having to do both roles sometimes. Like, but if you were a single dad and the roles were reversed, you would be able to do that.
Not as well as a mother. No. And
Maybe
if you,
not as well.
and that's not
But-
what we're saying. Like it may not be as well, but like,
But if you're
for me, like I had Fane and like became single when he was 6 months old. So like immediately, like it was up to me. Like up to me to make it work and have a household.
and you did.
Yeah, I did. And so I am very set in my masculine energy.
But if
And
we went to war with a society where that wasn't
we're not
allowed, we
talking
would
about
lose.
war.
Not right now because we're not in one.
Yeah, but that's not what we're talking about.
That's what drives culture. That's a fact.
You just want to go to war because you're a man.
That's what we do. But being horny is a feminine trait. Men should constantly be thinking about war.
That is so wrong.
I mean it.
Anyways, though, my point,
Mustache.
my point to all that is, in my experience, when I'm more masculine,
Because you feel like you have to be.
because I feel like I have to be.
It can work. I think a feminine man and a
don't
masculine
make
woman
me
can make it
feel
work.
like I have to be. Step up, bud.
I disagree.
You don't think it can work?
Well, no, because I've been with a lot of, sorry, but I've been with a lot of feminine men, and it's cool at first, like, oh, they're so open, they're so cool, they're so chill, like nothing bothers them. But at the
They
same
have
time,
emotions because when men are in
It
their
doesn't make me
feminine
feel
energy,
safe.
right? When men are in their feminine energy, they're more emotional, and like sometimes like you see that like off the jump, and you think that that's a good thing, but like you said, like when it comes down to it, if you're put in a situation where like you kind of want to defend, I'm so talking from experience, defend my territory, but like I don't know, we're not going
At the
there.
end of the
We're
day-
not going there.
At the end of the day, yeah.
mustache.
Mustache. Hey, you think love is real, Megan? You think it's a real thing?
I do.
So, do you think that me and you have the same definition of it?
Absolutely not.
So, if you were feeling it, and this is the feeling that I felt, and I didn't call it love, is that really real? Is there something that we're just like agreeing on it? Because I have a different definition probably than Kate does or you do. But if we say we're in love, we both think of it however we think of it.
I feel like I love you and I'm in love with
love
you
you
is
too.
2 different phrases. There are 2 different meanings, and there's different types of love. And
So, love doesn't have a definition.
I
Love
feel
is-
like you can love more than one person.
Yes, that's what I was
I mean,
going to
not
say.
I'm a
at
big
the,
fan
not
of that.
at the same
At the
not,
same
not
time.
Not at the same time, but like
you-
through life.
You can't love more than one person at the same time? Just check it.
You can love more than one person, but I don't think you can like truly be in love with one
So it's
with
like
more than one person.
a binary
I
thing.
just know the people in my past that I have been in love with, or at least like at the time thought that I was. Yeah, I wasn't loving someone else. Like no one else mattered. No one else mattered
So is it being
besides
in
that
love?
person. Yeah, but like being in love with whatever. I was not. There was no room for any other person there.
I have a
So if you're
question.
send it.
Y'all think there is the one?
No.
The phrase "the one,"
No. You have to. It's
like, or when you know.
It's got to be a decision. I think you can't, because you're not going to wake up and love that person the same every single day. You are simply not. They're going to piss you off, and there's going to be segments of like dissociation and disagreement, and where there's like walls built up. If you don't consciously decide like I'm going to pick this person and simply choose them when the time comes to choose someone else or not, even if it is working better with the other person, whatever I think it is a decision. It's a conscious decision. If you rely
It's
on
a
that
conscious
feeling,
decision to decide to commit to that person.
yes. If you rely on the feeling of love, though, it will run out. It will run out.
Ever.
Yeah.
Like, for the rest of your life, if you decide to commit to this person, yeah, that is a decision. You are deciding to commit to them.
But if you're relying on the feeling, then what? When that goes away, if that's what you think love is that like, oh, I'm infatuated with you. I just want only you.
No, it's not the feeling.
No, because that will go away. I've been in love, I think, with like 6 people. That shit will be gone eventually. You'll be less patient with them. You'll be less like understanding. You won't want to like.
That's why I think I do believe in love. Like I do think it's true, but there's seasons to it.
Do you believe in the one?
No, I think there's multiple ones.
And you have to pick?
Everybody goes through a different life. Everybody has, a different plan.
It's kind of a cop-out.
Yeah, but I mean, like some people may find that one in their 20s and marry them and die, with them.
If they found the one, that means the one does exist, though.
For them, yeah, but...
Okay, for them.
But because, like, it worked out, too. Like, if their situation didn't work out, there's a good chance that they're going to find another one.
Yeah. Like, what was the Lesbian Island show we watched?
Not lesbian. Oh.
The Ultimatum Queer Love?
Yes.
Mal. I feel like she's found the one a lot of times. Okay, we're not doing this. We're not going into that.
We can.
Lesbian Island is a sick show.
It's
You
not
guys should
Lesbian Island.
The Ultimatum Season 3 Queer
Oh,
Love.
gosh.
Is it season 3? What? Where do you? Oh, gosh.
I'm just listening to y'all.
Megan,
Go off on a rant.
Not the TV shows, not
Yeah.
the Netflix shows.
Megan, do you
So
thi-
for research reasons, I made him sit down and watch because we get on this subject a lot.
I've been getting cultured.
Yeah, we get on this subject a lot. So
Queer Love?
no culture in
Oh,
you.
yeah.
So I watched this show like binged it, and then I was like, all right, you gotta watch it, and I'm gonna watch it again.
You've seen The
with
Ultimatum,
you.
Megan?
I'm not. I actually just got into like Love Island or Love Is Blind too. Like
Too
there's
hot
like
to handle?
those.
Yeah, there's so many
I
of
started
them.
that one, but I wasn't into it. I was like, this is
It's
trash.
It's the
This
horniest
is like,
one. It's the horniest
Yeah.
of the
I was
shows.
like, I
It's
can't even
corny.
watch this. It's so
Corny.
corny. Love Island is
With a
corny
H.
enough, but Too Hot to Handle is like even worse. And then I
Don't
watched
fuck, we'll take your money.
I watched Love Is Blind, and I was like,
I
there's
really
some
like Love Is Blind.
substance to this, but then at the same time, like some couples did work, and then some
Yes.
couples didn't. And
I was gonna say you have like
y'all
the-
saw it play out, right?
Yeah, like you
I
have.
mean,
No, they didn't. Most
You
of the people
have-
watching this didn't, I think.
oh well.
What?
Our
If you
analytics
have,
says a
you
lot of
know.
27-year-old men watching this podcast.
That doesn't mean
Unless
that
their
they're not
girlfriends make
watching-
them.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that they're not watching Love Is Blind.
27-year-old straight men? They're not. I promise. I've been one. We're not watching that. We're watching UFC.
Y'all wouldn't admit it.
Yeah, I
you would
still
not
don't admit
admit
that
it.
I
I do
watch
feel like it's a
Queer
girl
Love.
show, but if these men are in a relationship, they might be chiming into
They're
their
watching
girl
it.
show.
Yeah, because they're sitting on the couch and the girl's like, "We're gonna watch this tonight."
just
But
trying to
yeah,
rub
with
some
Love
thigh
Is Blind, like there's
during that.
definitely like 2 couples that are like actually like in
That
it
was
and
it,
you can
yeah.
see it, and then the other ones are definitely there for TV. But that's fine. We
For
all get
TV,
into
or
it.
not even that they were there for TV, but then
Clout.
clout, or they were there for the right reasons, but they couldn't see past.
Right.
They're all social media influencers.
Like-
How can we say they're there for the right reason? They're on this TV show.
Well,
and
now they are.
Yeah.
who do these
now-
TV shows
now-
pick up?
But
No,
what were they
now they
before?
are.
That's true. The
Yeah.
early Survivor days.
They sent in applications.
It used to be you just had to have
Anyways,
abs to be on reality TV.
Let's
Now
go.
you have to actually fucking be good at something. Social media specifically.
You didn't let me get to talk about the ultimatum queer love, but that's fine. We're
Hey,
past
hold on.
this
We'll
now.
cut all that. Hey, Kate, will you
Now-
talk about queer
no,
love real
I don't
quick?
have anything to talk about now.
Who's your favorite contestant on the Ultimatum Queer
Mal.
Love? Mal? That's not what you said. You said yours was Xander.
No,
Yes, you did because
I did not. Do not say no. I did not.
she did say Xander
I
was her
did
favorite.
not.
I know
No,
you're
I
watching.
didn't.
She's not. She might be. Xander was my favorite.
Yeah, I mean Xander's cool.
Maybe
I get
Lexi. Lexi had the big titties.
that. Okay,
All right.
Megan's. Yeah, she's not in this.
I'm like, I can't relate. I've
I know,
never
yeah.
watched
Mustache,
it.
mustache.
It's just
I saw
funny
like
'cause
advertisements.
I was about to
but,
say,
like, I haven't
really,
like watched
like
it.
the only reason I wanted to touch on it is for internet content because internet is loving it right now.
They love the ultimatum.
Yeah,
When's the next episode come out? Be for real.
it might have. It
All
might
right,
have.
so this has been Beauty and the Freak podcast. We're now going to watch. How much time?
No,
do we have? Can we really do this?
I've lost track of what days it is lately because been busting my ass in the shop. And shout out to you because you have helped me. Guys, he watched me about have a mental breakdown, whole like manic episode. And I think he got scared for the future of this podcast and said, I will help you do whatever you need to.
Well, maybe episode 7 has came out already when they're watching this, but we still haven't put it out. It's been 2 weeks since we put out an episode.
Yeah,
because
'cause we've
essentially
been
right after we
working.
recorded that, you
That's
walked
what I'm-
outside and panicked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. And yes,
Yeah, and-
you have come through for sure.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, it's really kind of selfish though, because my end goal is for Kate to buy us a $6,500 laptop, and I don't really have a means to that ends. But if we really put this and throw this barbershop together, we might fuck around and do that. So really, it's like I've been helping Kate, but actually I've just been trying to help myself more than anything.
I also saw the fear in your eye when I was
Having a
freaking
breakdown?
out. Yeah, having
Yeah,
a
because how do I
breakdown.
replace
It's
her?
scary when a woman has a breakdown
Yeah,
because you don't
he
see
was
that
like-
often. We usually go hide at our homes and do
Yeah.
that.
That's masculine energy.
Probably.
Yeah, but honestly, it's like I would try to replace Kate as a podcast host if this happened, but it's like, how do I?
wow.
Well, no.
You would not.
Well, I would have to. My goodness, how are we going to be just the freak show? Nobody will watch that. I'm an idiot. So, but at the same time, it's like,
I think you are a very great. I don't know. Hold on, cut that.
no, we're putting this at the beginning. This is going to be our attention grabber clip.
I think you are an amazing person. I
Tell
think
me
you.
how great I am, please,
I
But
Megan.
think-
no, you
you're
would
a
go
great
off on a
person.
very
I really
deep
do.
rabbit hole by yourself, though.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to have a co-host.
Every week.
And I'm your only one.
You ground me.
You
to-
need someone to balance it all out.
Yes,
Yes,
and that is
balance.
me. So no, you would not have this.
I need some masculine
You would
energy
not.
around.
You.
I don't care what that dude did.
I don't
No
like.
kid should wake
I don't
up to a
like the
step
fact
stud.
that you even thought about the fact of replacing me.
I didn't think about it yet, but I was just like, dude, it's going to be so hard because it's hard to
that.
find.
Okay, so that's what you thought is.
I mean, I
can't,
only am
I
in
can't
town
re-
every 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Like
He
I'm
thought, I
sorry, I'm
can't
turning down your
replace her.
offer.
Not a valid recipient.
You thought you can't replace her, so I have to help her because she is losing her mind right
Yeah, because
now.
I feel like girls drink my Kool-Aid sometimes. It's like, I don't need that. I need you to realize that I'm a fraud, a phony, a fake, a shyster, a fugazi. I need you to call me out on it. And you do that, and I love it.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
Well, thank you for putting in some hours.
Hey,
in
but
my
now
shop.
we're going to put some clips like right here of when me and Megan went to Walmart earlier and we what we do, buy some Pinot Grigio.
Well, it was clips of you. You didn't take any good ones of
I
me.
didn't know that would be acceptable. I didn't know if that would be okay. But she did a cool little Lil Nas X song was on, the one, where about like
The
loving
two-step?
Satan and being country. Yeah. Lil
Were you
Nas
doing
X
the
was
two-step and Biggie?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did the two-step and boogie in the wine aisle, and you could have colored me shocked. I couldn't have imagined when I looked over. Because also, she's not gonna watch this probably. She's talking to your child's grandmother.
Yeah.
And the most serious and professional of conversations. It's just like, it's like, yeah, I'll be over at 8:30, and I think that I'm just gonna go straight back home. And well, yeah, I've thought about an alternate way to take it, but the traffic is a little bad. And I look over though, I hear that out of my ear, and I'm not paying attention. I look over, it's just, two-step and get 'em boom. Who cares if she's your cousin? And,
You made those lyrics up.
yeah,
that was good.
I'm an actual rapper.
Really?
He didn't want to get sued for singing the actual song.
Right. But we can play your music.
But yeah. I'm totally on the phone having like a serious conversation with my son's grandmother, and I'm over there dancing at the same time while having the most serious conversation.
Management.
Yes.
I was in a weird dance too, and I was looking over to see if she was paying attention to me like I wanted her to. And it turned out she was being more entertaining than me, and I was like, oh.
You didn't know what to do.
Well, when Walmart looks back at their cameras, they're gonna have a good laugh.
I just started knocking shit off the shelves so people would look at me.
He started juggling to just.
Oh.
Just to one up me, he started
Juggle
juggling beers. It's in his hands. It's fine.
Well, she
He
had the
had to
camera
one-up
pointed
me.
at me, and she was just being so entertaining. She was like, go, go, go. I was like, okay, I can juggle, I guess.
I was like, this is
She
background
was your
content.
hot man.
I'm throwing 16-ounce beers 4 foot in the air and catching them on my chest.
And he did not drop
the
one.
the end credits of this episode is y'all's videos in Walmart.
yeah,
Well, no
Megan did the
videos of
wine
him
beard.
because he didn't video me
Oh.
doing the most.
You got yourself with the wine beard. Being ridiculous. Oh, I'm trapped. I'm never getting out of this.
Yeah.
What is happening?
She put the wine under her chin and just held it and walked around. Like, why would you do that? It was so
Do that-
awesome.
Do that again in front of the
Hold on.
camera.
This is what she literally did.
Oh God, you got to turn that way. The camera's not over here.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't walk like that. I did not do that.
I made that up.
Here, let me do it.
Oh, okay. If you stand here, you'll actually be in the like camera, whatever. He was not. Oh, as you danced.
I just want this clip playing on loop in the background, just that.
Wild.
We're gonna
I
cut that.
love that.
We're gonna cut that.
No, you're not.
No.
No,
I'm
you're not. You try. No. Okay.
Sorry, y'all caught me on a good night. Normally, I'm not this
That's
entertaining.
great. What are you looking at?
Just gonna. Well, that was unintentional, but now here we are. Welcome to.
Please don't do this.
Welcome to
because
stand
the
up.
first, if anybody remembers the first episode when he held his mic.
When I helped you, sat your mic 4 feet away from your fucking face. You could only hear you through my microphone. It was terrible. It was an awful setup. Let me put this back in here. It's
Yeah.
just childish.
'Cause you know
she
what
gets
I'm
out on
talking
June
about.
16th, by the way.
Huh?
She gets out of jail on June 16th. What do I
Who?
do?
Oh God.
My stalker? I had a stalker?
Oh,
Okay.
I thought you were talking about your baby mama.
Oh no, she's not getting out of jail for a while. She's gonna be in there after what she did. My God.
Oh Lord. And wait.
What is it? What would you say is a masculine characteristic that is like really? I know we're about to end, but it's like I want a chick that just talk about me nice behind my back. What do I do? I gotta like just like masculine. I just do wheelbarrow stuff or something. I just
You
cut
gotta-
trees with an axe.
No.
She said?
Cage fighting.
No. I mean, he could probably do all of those things that you just
I want
mentioned,
a girl to
but
say that about me. How do I do that? What's he doing?
he has axes on his walls. He has a shotgun hidden in his couch. He's ready for anything. Okay, if the world
In his
ends, I
couch.
want to be beside him.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I
So
know
that's
I'm
exactly-
gonna live.
That's how you-
exactly what I was gonna say. She said it earlier. She feels safe. He has given her a safe place, and she feels like
But-
she can fully be herself.
Not only physically, but like
No, that's what I'm.
in
But like
every way.
mentally,
mentally,
Like, you feel like you
physically,
fully
emotionally, like
So
everything.
emotionally, you can
Yes.
tell him how you think, and it will. You don't have any risk
Yes,
of him
that-
being like, "Wow, this is repulsive."
That's
Yeah,
my
because
point.
the first night I met him, before I even gave him my number, I interviewed him and
20
probably
I love
said
this.
I probably said all of the wrong things, asked him all of the wrong questions for the first time meeting someone. But you know what? He still wanted my number and he still wanted to take me out. And then you know what? On our first date, I asked him 20 more questions.
So Megan is the one who's going to write our questions for our Love is Blind segment episodes.
Yeah, I got you.
Because these were really, like, really good. And I keep saying that I'm going to take it into, like, my next potential relationship, and I have not yet. I haven't learned yet. But
I need to know what to ask these bitches because I just keep
like,
saying
they
like
were good. So she's the one writing the questions for our we can't call it Love is Blind. But our dating, well, I don't know. That might.
You could do something like that.
Well, yeah, no, we plan on
But
it,
you would
but we
need
can't
like
call
at
it
least
that.
like a group of people that would be
we got that.
Yeah, no, that's
like
what
a
I'm
group
saying.
of girls and a group of guys.
Yes, but
Got
we can't
that.
call it that.
The shop's big enough to do this.
Yes.
Make little pods.
So we've talked about it. Like, we want to do this series. So again, if you're interested in coming on and doing our dating show, submit yourself.
We've had like 5 people submit.
I
stuff
can
to us, by the way.
co-host.
But it's been 4 men and 1 woman.
4 and 2. Wait,
So-
that's 6.
What? For what? That's not love. No,
Girls,
no.
ladies,
No,
if you want to
people
find
who
love,
have submitted themselves.
if you want
Oh.
to
We're
find
saying
love,
we
find it
need more
here.
people to submit themselves.
Okay.
It's not even.
We don't need more people.
Come on, ladies,
That's a lie.
don't be
We
scared.
need more girls. Listen, girls, we know you're lonely. We see you going to that cat food and
What?
dinner
Hey,
for
now.
one frozen owl. We know what you're doing when you get home.
We like those nights. They involve wine and trash TV and a bath at the end of the
masculine
night.
energy. We get it. Yeah.
And we don't have to deal with anybody.
And something else.
That's what I'm saying. and a bath at the end of the night. Hush. And a bath at the end
He
of the
ain't
night.
wrong though.
I know. And we
Okay.
have to in the bath. That's my
Oh.
point.
as soon as a dildo
Make
can
sure
mow
it's
the lawn,
waterproof.
men are
Yeah,
fucking out, dude. Men are over.
But when we don't have to entertain
No, not
anybody. Those are great
necessarily.
nights. We love our frozen dinner nights. Don't hate on them.
Dinners for one and cat
no,
food
no,
are on
no.
the same
Actually,
aisle.
I'm gonna
Why?
say fuck that on the frozen dinner. I'm gonna cook from scratch.
Thank you. 'Cause that's that feminine
And
energy.
actually, I'm not buying frozen dinner. I'm just door dashing like
Taco
Red
Bell.
Lobster. No.
To be honest.
If
Right.
I'm by myself, I'm not fucking door dashing Taco Bell.
Okay.
I
I'm
love
gonna
me
put a
some
fucking
Taco
receipt
Bell,
above
though.
this
I
podcast.
do too. Huh?
I'm gonna put a receipt from your most recent DoorDash on above this podcast if you don't tell the
let
truth.
Me look it up
You
real
know where
quick.
it is. You told me.
I don't know where it's at for the latest one. Let's see.
I'm drunk. I'm DoorDashing Taco Bell 11:39, and I feel bad about it.
You didn't let me finish. That's exactly what I was gonna say. If
Oh my
I'm-
god, it's 1 a.m.
Oh my god.
All right, guys,
If
so this-
I have, yeah.
I'm gonna wrap this.
Okay.
Okay, guys, this has been the Beauty and the Freak podcast. Fucking June 23rd, come to the Tabernacle and watch me. July 22nd, come to
I'll be
Tanya's
there
Tavern and watch
too.
me. Kate will be there emceeing all these events. My sister in Christ, my publicist, my confidant, my future baby mama.
No.
And that is
I can't have any more
Taco
kids.
Bell, Lynn's Mongolian, Dunkin', and Walgreens. Why'd you buy 3 Plan Bs?
I
thought
did
you were
not.
gay.
Yeah, I don't have that.
All right, so this has been the
problem.
Beauty and the Freak podcast. Megan, thank you so much for taking the time out of your weekend of working here. She's been here since 8:30 working.
For the last 4 days.
To sit down with us and
Tuesday,
talk.
Tuesday to Saturday. Wait, no. I can't claim Tuesday. Okay, Wednesday to Saturday.
Yes.
8:30 a.m. to
Every
6
morning.
at night. Every
At
every
least.
day.
And
at
then
least.
still sat down with us to record this. This
Clickety
is-
clack, bad bitch is back.
Yes, boss bitches. Like
And Ed. This,
this is why we're friends and we
welcome
get
back
along
to
really
the
well.
Boss Bitches and Ed podcast.
We understand.
I've been your host, chronic masturbator and conspiracy theorist, Eat the Freak. This is my beautiful co-host, the beautiful and talented Katie B. And Megan, thank you so much for being here with us. And we will catch y'all next week with another load of absolute bullshit for y'all to consume while you drive to work. And cut.